Whoa. What's up everybody, my name is Phil and welcome to Miranda Detailing, where we make satisfying detailing videos. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing 3D speed. So guys, I am a huge fan of HD speed. As you know, I have used them in tons of our videos. All of my single stage or one step polishing videos, I use 3D speed, no, HD speed, but now they changed over to 3D speed. So I guess they're getting rid of the HD line. However, doesn't seem like they changed anything in the formula. I don't know about you, but I'm getting the same exact results that I did with HD speed. It seems to maybe look a little different. The color is a little lighter and it smells maybe a little fruitier, just a little different, but not really a huge difference in the application and what it does to the paint. I've used it outside, as a mobile detailer. I use it in full sunlight, on dark cars, on black cars in the full sun, and I do not experience any problems whatsoever. Now, it's probably because I'm used to doing it that way and I work in small areas and I've just grown used to doing that. But I gotta say, guys, this stuff is still #1 on my list. And guys, if you're interested in any of the products, then click up there. That goes to the dedicated page on our website that has tools and products where you can simply click on those pictures. It leads you right to Amazon so you can purchase those products easily, or click some of the links down below that I have there for easy access. Now, I recently purchased CarPro Essence. Now, this is maybe not as much cut as this, depending on the pad you use. I know when you say cut and the compounding stage and how much it can remove, that can be subjective. It all depends on the paint, it depends on the pad you're using, the machine you're using, maybe your technique, how much pressure, all that stuff. But I gotta say that with this, I get amazing results all the time. And with this, I just use this basically on a new car prep to just lightly polish. Has amazing polishing attributes, but I'm gonna kind of test it and put it up against 3D speed and see where it stands as far as its ability to correct the paint, improve the paint, gloss it up, things like that. This does have amazing slickness. Its application is a breeze. Easy on, easy off. It's amazing to use. A little goes a long way. You use very little of this stuff. But I gotta say, I'm also a big fan of this. I just used it on one vehicle recently. I'll actually pop up some pictures of a 2019 Ford Raptor that we polished and coated with Sea Quartz UK Edition 3.0, and we used this as the prep polish. And I gotta say, really, really nice combo, really nice stuff. This stuff can be used on its own as well, and says it can get about maybe 6 months protection. Because it does have SiO2 in it, after it's cured, then it's got really good durability. But today we are going to be polishing this 2006 Silverado. It's a huge dually and it's a burgundy maroon metallic color. And the customer basically wants it polished and sealed, looking its best. It's got some wear and tear on it. The paint is fading a little bit, but it's not horrible. So we're going to attack it with 3D speed, the orange Lake Shine pad, which is my go-to. It's my favorite combo, using it with this. And of course, my trusty old Mark I Roops 15. So let's take a look at the truck and see what we're working with. So as you can see, the owner kept it clean. It's in pretty good shape, but it does need to be cleaned up, and the paint certainly needs some attention. The paint is a little faded and has some swirls in it, so we're going to see how much we can knock the swirls out and definitely amp up the gloss. Now this is a paint enhancement, so it's not a full paint correction, so you're not going to see complete swirl removal, but it is going to reduce them dramatically. So we start with our normal procedure, degreasing, rinsing, and washing the truck per usual. Getting a thorough rinse and degreasing before you even start contact washing is very important. After everything is degreased and rinsed, then I start with the snow foam. This really does help to break up any of the junk that's on the paint, and it provides a lot of cushion when you are actually doing your contact wash. So it's not going to induce any more damage. So after I snow foam it, some people like to rinse it, refoam it, or just start with a 2-bucket wash. But here I foam the vehicle up because I rinsed it well and degreased it, and I go right to contact washing. So after everything is washed and rinsed, I make sure to clay bar the paint. Now I already used a clay mitt as I was washing, but the lower panels are usually the grungiest, so I take a clay bar and a lubricant and I make sure to clean up all of the lower panels. And if you're wondering, I'm using AM clay and it only requires water as a lubricant. Yes, it is safe for the paint. Try it yourself. I have links down below. So after everything is clay barred, rinsed, dried, here I start with the polishing process. It doesn't really take long to improve this paint. It was very forgiving, and after a few passes, here are the results. I was happy with this, so I moved on to all the other panels. You may notice that I'm working in a garage. This is the owner's garage, and it was a good thing because it was raining on and off all day. So I was very happy to be able to detail the vehicle inside this garage. I also told the owner if he could, I also asked the owner if he could remove that bug guard in the front, but unfortunately we weren't able to remove it. It did have some gunk behind that I couldn't reach, but because we couldn't remove it, some of the screws were stripped, the owner was okay with me leaving it and working around it. Here you see a dramatic difference in the paint. The left side's been polished, the right side unpolished. It's so satisfying when you see the difference between the polished and unpolished side. It really is satisfying to polish. When you see the dramatic before and afters when you're working around the vehicle, it really makes you feel good about delivering this final product to the customer. When you see results like this and you're happy, just think how happy the customer is going to be. That is a dramatic change in his paint. So you'll notice that I bring my own lights. So I have the lights on the stand there, and it makes a big difference. They reach about 8 feet high. That way I can see on the hood to make sure that I'm getting proper correction. If you want links to these lights, I'll have them down below. They're pretty inexpensive, They're made for photographers, but you can get your own LED bulbs as bright as you want, and you can have custom lights anywhere you go. It comes in a 3-pack, 2 8-foot tall ones, and then a 4-foot tall one. With a paint enhancement, remember you're not going for paint correction. However, some paints are very forgiving and they'll clear up almost 80% or so. Remember, this is a paint enhancement, not a full paint correction, so resist the urge to try to get the paint perfect. I noticed on the passenger side that the paint was reacting differently, and there was a lot of water spots on this side. So I had to go a little extra to try to make it look like the other side. But I found out that the driver's side was repainted, so that was the major difference. So you never know with some vehicles. You'll start working on a certain panel and everything turns out great, but then you'll notice that the paint may change or your results may change, possibly due to a repaint or you're now working on original paint. So you may have to change your technique or even your product or your pad at this point, or just make sure to go a couple of more passes to get the right results. So you may notice that little imperfection on the top of that fender flare. It's basically a gigantic paint chip, so we had to be really careful around that area so as to not damage it further. So because the paint defects were worse on this side, there were definitely some hard water spots. I had to not only do more section passes, but I had to do it multiple times. Still, the results were not exactly what I wanted, but they were much better than before. To get those water spots out, you would have had to compound heavily. But in this case, we were doing the paint enhancement, so I enhanced the paint. It looked much better. Cleaning glass, my nemesis. But as long as you have a good glass cleaner and multiple towels and good technique, the results can be great. It's much easier working indoors as well, that way you don't have the sun to dry things out. So here we're using trim serum from lithium to protect the entire soft tonneau cover in the back. It really did enhance the rubber and made it look beautiful. But it sure did take a while.
Let's go.
So now for the revealing. I'm glad the sun was out because now you can see how beautiful the paint really looks. Super glossy and the reflection was incredible. Huge turnover. If you had this service done to your vehicle, how happy would you be? All right, guys, so that truck came out beautifully, didn't it? Fortunately, we had that garage to work in, that big shop area. So today's weather was weird. It was sunny, and then it rained for an hour, then it was sunny, and then it rained again for a half hour, and then it was sunny, driving us nuts trying to get this job done. But at least we're able to pull it in there, and I brought my lights. Now, if you're interested in those lights that I have on the stand, then I'll put the links down below on how to kind of build those yourself. I used, basically they are photography light stands, and they come with the heads. They actually come with fluorescent bulbs, but I basically bought nice high-powered LED bulbs to switch out, and those things go up to about 8 feet high. That way you can actually do large trucks, and those the light will go all the way up and be able to see the hood, and maybe not the very top of the car or the truck, but you know, you can have handheld lights and things for that to be able to see what you're doing. But this comes with the 2 8-foot stands and then a little small 3-foot stand. And so I got 3 of these lights total, and they're perfect for mobile jobs. You can simply fold them all up, and then you can bring them with you. I just throw them in my trailer and bring them to the jobs where I need them. So check out the links down below so that you can build one of those yourself. And I believe I have a video, so click up there. That goes to a video where I kind of showcase those lights and show you how to make them as well. If I don't, then I'll make another video and show you how to make those lights for yourself, because they're great. Instead of spending money on the real expensive ones, which if you have the money to do it, no problem. But if you're on a budget, then definitely check those out. So guys, 3D Speed is still a winner. It is just an amazing product. It performs every single time for me. And, you know, if you're coming against paint that maybe is just a little harder to finish or a little harder to cut, then you might have to, I don't know, throw in a little bit of a compound in there. I sometimes just use the same pad, put a little bit of either M105, a compound, or D300, and a few dots of this, and it just kind of boosts the cut. True, you may be diminishing the protective qualities of this, but that's not really why I use this product. Not for the protection part, for the ease of use and the cut. I know a lot of guys will use HD polish, maybe going now to 3D1 or 3D polish. I haven't seen that yet. But guys, the HD polish didn't seem to be quite the same as this. Don't know why. Maybe the two mixed together. It's supposed to have like epoxy in it, which is the sealant part, and then HD polish in it. This just has the best of both worlds. I think this product is just still phenomenal when working with paints like that just need to be glossed up. It removes some swirls. It removes tons of hazing. If you combo it up with a microfiber cutting pad, you actually get some more cut out of it. So try different combinations depending on the paint. Sometimes you need to change things up a little bit once you get to maybe panels that have more defects, or they were repainted, or it's original paint. So this truck, half of it was repainted. So the driver's side was repainted, the passenger side was original. It was a lot worse. Had water spots and things that wouldn't come out completely. But this was a paint enhancement, so I wasn't going for full paint correction. I wasn't going for trying to get all of those water spots out, because they're really deep. You're really gonna have to cut hard to be able to get those water spots out. So guys, tell me what you think. Do you use 3D Speed? Do you use something else that's similar to it? What experience have you had with the new 3D Speed? Have you noticed a change also? I haven't. I think it performs exactly the same, at least in my world, it does. So let me know what you think about the new 3D Speed. So thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with others who may enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe. If you are a current watcher, you enjoy the videos, then please subscribe. That way you'll get notifications each time our videos drop each week, and you won't miss stuff. And guys, like I mentioned before, if you want to pick up any of these products, I have the 3D Speed, I have the CarPro Essence, the different pads that I use, the machines, the products. I will have them listed down below, and I also have them on the online store that you can click up there. That goes directly to our website with a dedicated page that has tools and products. You can click on those pictures because you can find them easily, and it leads you right to Amazon so you can purchase those products. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great week.